Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the assembly language statements in assembler. Learning outcome. At the end of this session, students will be able to explain the assembly language statements in assembler. Basically, there are three types of assembly statements are there. First one is the imperative statement, second one is the declaration statement, and the third one is the assembler directives. Now first of all, we will see the imperative statement. Basically, an imperative statement, it indicates an action to be performed during the execution of the assembled statement. Each imperative statement is converted into the machine instruction. Basically, we can say that the imperative statements are the executable statements. The example of the imperative statements are move r b register comma x. This is the imperative statement. This statement is converted into the machine instruction and it indicates the what kind of the action to be performed during the execution. The move r b register comma x, it indicates move the content of the b register to the x. Next example is add a register comma y. So again this is an imperative statement. It indicates an action add the content of a register with y. So here this instruction is also converted into the machine instruction. Third example is print result. So here print indicates the print result that is stored on the result. This instruction is also converted into the machine instruction. And the last instruction is the stop. Stop indicates the stop the execution of the assembler program. This instruction is also converted into the imperative statement. Now the second type of the statement is the declaration statement. Basically, declaration statements are used for reserving the memory for the variables. So there are two declaration statements are there, DS and DC. Now next we will see the syntax of declaration statement. The syntax of declaration statements are, first here we have to specify the label. Next we have to specify the DS. DS stands for the declaration storage, and then we have to specify the constant value. Now here whatever the specify in the within a square bracket, this is a label value. After that we see the syntax for the declaration constant. The syntax is within a square bracket label, then DC, and within a single quotes we specify the value. So basically this is a syntax of declaring the DS and DC statements. So here DS stands for the declaration storage and DC stands for the declaration constant. DC stands for the declare constant. One by one we will see this. First of all we will see the DS, declare storage. Basically DS statement reserve the area of memory and it associates the name with them. So here we see the one example A DS10 and the second example is G DS200. So here the first statement A DS10, it reserves the 10 words of the memory for the variable A, and the second statement G DS200, the second statement reserve a block of 200 memory words. So here the name G, it is associated with the first word of the block. So here we can access the other words in the block through the offset. Means what? Suppose if you want to access the sixth word of the memory block, then here we can access the we can add the offset into the G. The here in the G we store the address of the first word. So here suppose if you want to access the sixth word of the memory block, so here we can access through the offset from the G. So how we specify G plus 5. When you are specifying the G plus 5, so here we can access the sixth word of the memory block. Now next we will see the DC, declare constant. Basically the DC statement, it is construct memory words that is containing the constant. Suppose if you want to allocate the memory for the constants in the assembler, so we use the DC. So next we will see the example. So how we specify ONE1, it is a label. After that we specify the DC, and within a single quotes we specify the constant value. So here the above statement, what it does, it associates the name 1 with the memory word that is containing the value 1. Now next we will see the constant and literals. Basically, the DC, that is declare constant, initialize the memory words to the given values. But these values of the constant is changed by moving a new value into the memory word. So that's why we use the literals. So literal is nothing but it is an operand. How we write these literals? The syntax of writing the literals are equal to, within a single quote we specify the value. So this is the syntax of declaring the literal. Basically, what is the difference between the literals and constant? So basically, it differs from the constant because its location cannot be specified in the assembly program. When we are using the literals in the program, at that time we not specifying the location value. And one more advantage of the literals are, literals cannot be changed during the execution of the program. Here the constant value changed during the execution of program, but the literals are not changed during the execution of program. So we can say that literals is more safe and it is protected than the constant, and literals also appear as a part of the instruction. So next we will see the one example how we specify the literals. So see the example in the figure A, we specify the add A register comma equal to, within a single quote we specify 5. So here equal to single quote 5, it is indicated that it is an literal. In the figure B, suppose if we are using the DC statement, we can also declare the literals. So how we specify using the DC statement? See the syntax how we specify add A register comma 5. So here 5 is a label. Afterward in the program, we specify the 5 DC. Within a single quote we specify 5. So in that fashion also we can specify the literals with the help of DC. So this figure shows the use of the literals in the assembly program. The third type of the assembly statement is the assembler directives. Assembler directives instruct the assembler to perform the certain action during the assembly of the program. Basically, assembler directives are not converted into the machine code, rather than they give the instruction to the assembler itself only. So here basically two types of assembler directives are there. First one is the start and the second one is the end. Now first we will see the start assembler directive. Now the syntax of writing the start assembler directive is start. After that we specify the constant value. So here this directive is instruct the assembler to place the first word of the target program in the memory that is having the address constant. Suppose here the example is given start 100. So here start 100, what it indicates? It indicates that whatever the target program we generated, that target program, the first word of that target program must be stored at the memory location 100 onwards. So here start 100 means what? The first word of the target program is stored in the memory location 100 onwards. So this is the assembler directive start. Now the second assembler directive is end. So how we write the end assembler directives? The syntax is end. After that we specify the operand specification. But this operand specification is written in the open and close curly bracket. So here this part is an optional part. It is not compulsory to specify the operand specification in the end assembler directives. So basically what the end assembler directive instruct to the assembler, it indicates basically end assembler directive indicates the end of the source program. Suppose here in the assembler directive end, if you are specifying the operand specification, this operand specification is an optional. It indicates that the address of the instruction from where the execution of the program should begin. If you are specifying this operand specification in the end statement, so it indicates that the address of the instruction from where we can start the execution of the program. By default, the execution begins with the first instruction of the assembly program. Now, after seeing the types of assembly statement, can you tell me and that instruct the assembler to perform the certain actions during the assembly of program? The options are statement format, symbolic operands, assembler directives, data declaration. Pause the video and think on it. Basically, assembler directive instruct the assembler to perform the certain action during the execution of the program. These are the references. Thank you.